Hey y'all, so welcome to my channel. I'm Kai, and today I'm just doing a collective energy update. It's Wednesday, and I was initially going to post this to Twitter, but when I pulled the spread and saw this Four of Swords, which in the Five of Wands was stuck under it, I felt the need to record because these cards kind of came out yesterday in the collective message that I did. Well, during the meditation for those while I was shuffling the four and the five, the four of the sword, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Wands kept jumping out. So, first card I pulled is from my Druid and Craft Tarot deck by Philip and Stephanie Cargone. That's the Three of Swords. And immediately when I pulled this card, I felt that there are deep rooted things coming to the forefront for a lot of people, things that may have been hidden subconsciously in regards to traumas and in regards to past experiences that caused pain or left a mark on you in some way. These things are coming to the forefront, and it could have something to do with current relationships or just deep recognitions that you're having and realizations that you're having about the things that have happened to you in the past and the way that you have related to them up until now. So I feel that there's a lot of things from the subconscious mind coming up to the forefront in regard to trauma that still needs to be healed. And then there's also the recognition that because of this, it feels like, okay, there are some of you guys that have chosen to heal. Like, you've made the decision. You say, yeah, I'm going to do this work. I'm going to heal. And you've gone from indecision to finally stepping into it. And you're realizing now that it's not going to be as easy as you thought it was. So there are some of you guys that are maybe second guessing if this is even worth it. Is the healing worth it? Is it worth working towards? Is it worth me really doing and putting my energy into? And the answer is absolutely yes, because you get to grow from this. The number three, this is about expression, it's about expansion, it's about joy and creativity. The number three is also very optimistic. It's about expression, speech, and communication. So there are some of you guys that need to be honest with yourself about what you're feeling. And if any of you guys are in a relationship where there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of tit for tat, and you end up saying petty things instead of what's really on your heart, instead of what's deep inside, instead of you feel like you're going to expose yourself to this person if you express the way that you truly feel. There's a need for kind of a reconciliation there with yourself about exposing yourself versus expressing the way that you feel. Why is it that you feel like you have to have your guard up and protect your feelings? Not to say that this is something that it's not a valid feeling for you to have, but you have to start asking yourself those hard questions. Why is it that I want to have my guard up all the time and protect what I'm feeling? Why is it that I have this stone cold heart and, won't allow anyone in? This is for some of you. Others of you have done the softening, like others of you have been through the pressure cooker, so to speak, and you're tender now. So you are feeling everything, but there's still the need to ask questions, be expressive, and be honest with yourself about the things that you are feeling. With the number three, there's also the potential for depressive states. There's also the potential for manic thoughts. There's also the potential for a rise and fall as far as emotions go. So you could be having really high highs and very low lows at this time. So this is at the heart of the reading. This is what I like to look at as the raw energy of the collective right now. And so, Three Swords: communication, expression, thought, the faculties of the air and the mind, intuition, reasoning, and the likes. Great potential for healing here, learning lessons through life experience, allowing those experiences to be integrated into your day to day. I just want to point out the bottom of the deck. I did use two decks. The Rider-Waite, original Rider-Waite tarot deck, the Three of Cups at the bottom of this. A lot of times when I see three, I immediately connect to spirit, and it's also, like I said, communication and community, and it's a very a wealthy energy, I think, the number three for me. And the Prince of Wands at the bottom of the deck is they're mirroring the Knight of Wands here, so it's confirming that there is a need for fearlessness, but there's also a need for caution in regards to how you choose to express that you are not afraid. So with the Three of Cups at the bottom and the Three of Swords here, with both of these threes, Three of Air, Three of Water, I feel like it's a huge chance for transformation. Some of you guys have a lot of pain, a lot of grief, and you may need to reach out to someone. That can be friends, family, so the higher power that you believe in, reaching out and asking for help to heal these things, asking for help to remove certain things, because I feel that a lot of you have carried these things for a very long time. So that's there. And then that's 6, 3 and 3 and 6. That's, this is going to lead to balance and harmony of the heart and mind. It's going to lead to you being able to recognize when love is unconditional as opposed to when it is conditional. It's going to lead to you being able to honor your own values, trust in your own values, and also this is a time for forming and recognizing what your values are and what you find valuable, and then integrating those values into your day-to-day with integrity. That's what that's going to lead to. So the Four of Swords was on top. So Four of Swords. 4 is a very practical number. 4 is about foundations, and it's about stability. For me, it's also about home and what home feels like for you. So with this one, it really feels like there are a lot of people who are trying to figure out what it is that they need to create a sturdy and solid foundation from which they can grow and build. And this is for Swords. So what it is that there's a need for practical communication with self, others, spirit, and especially self, though. There's a need for you to be practical when you are communicating with yourself, and to be kind and to be reasonable when you are communicating with yourself. There's a need for that here. So the Four of Swords being on top, also it points to meditation through healing for some of you guys. You may find healing through meditation or through, I also give movement, so through dance and music. There is healing available to a lot of you guys in that regard through those things. And then there's also healing available to a lot of you guys through really expressing and doing the same things, perhaps yoga or dance, with friends and people that you hold near and dear to you. So with the Five of Wands being at the bottom of this, 4 and 5 it being 9, I really feel like this is something that's internal. There's an internal kind of battle going on where you want to, you're having trouble figuring out or balancing out rest and work, but also having trouble figuring out what it is that you want to do. I feel like there are a lot of you guys that have so many things that you're passionate about that you don't know which one to start yet. You don't know where to begin. You don't know, or you start something and then you stop it and you go on to something else, and then you wonder why that other thing didn't take off the way that you were hearing or feeling that it would. There are some of you guys that are needing to really own in on what it is that you truly want to do right now and make steps towards doing that. And then there are some of you guys that are also going back and forth within your mind about who you are, how you should show up in this world, who you should allow into your space, why they do or don't deserve those things. There's an ego war going on for some of you guys where you are literally fighting yourself when it comes to the way that you choose to express yourself to others, when it comes to the way that you choose to communicate with others. So this internal conflict may be showing up outside of you. It can be showing up when you speak to others. So you're finding that there's always this tit for tat, or there are people that always want to argue with you, or there's people that always want a big, like, one up you. This may be something that you are feeling and experiencing outside of yourself. And then there's also, this is just letting you know that it is something that is going on within. So to address that, I'm going to just see what's on the other side of the Knight of Wands. I always pull from the top for a clarification, and it's the King of Pentacles. So fearlessness, abundance, prosperity, growth, and this is heavily feeling like it has a lot to do with father figures. So that could be with this Three of Swords. There could be a lot of you guys that are experiencing memories from your childhood that were unsavory that happened between you and your father. Those are things that are ready to be healed, or that have already healed and just are seeking your acknowledgement. And outside of that, there are some of you guys that this is, the masculine energy, also the yang aspect. So what it is that you want to create and manifest, expressing those things, writing them down, and not second guessing yourself when it comes to those things. But you have to also, again, with the values and the aligning, integrating your values into your day-to-day, knowing exactly what it is that holds value for you, is something that's going to benefit your manifestations once you do write them down and figure things out. I want to clarify the Three of Swords with this top card, and it's Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Let me move this. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So feeling like the work that you're doing is not working is here, I feel like. And then we have 3 and 8. So I was thinking of that number 8, cause and effect. Some of you guys may be dealing with energy that is unfamiliar to you because it has more to do with a past life than it does anything that is happening right now. This is going to be a select few of you. So you're wondering where this energy is coming from, why you and your partner are getting into these arguments, what's going on. You guys were very peaceful in the beginning and you guys had everything figured out. You guys, it was working for you. You guys were learning each other and you felt like this was something that was worth having. And now it's like, am I in the wrong place at the wrong time? What energy did I put into this to create here, to get here? And it has more to do, it has more to do with what lessons are meant to be learned in this connection than it does to do with what you have done or what they have done. If that makes sense. That is very specific, and it may be just for a choice few people. So making sure that what you are saying right now and the thoughts that you're having align with what it is that you really want to manifest, what you really want to create, and what you really want to put your energy into. Making sure that those things align. Just the energy of this 8 and 3 being 11. Making sure that the things that you are planning and that you are thinking and that you are saying align with the things that you want to see. That is there. Trusting your gut feelings and allowing the things that are in your life that are meant to illuminate your path, allowing them to actually illuminate your path without you casting this dark shadow over them because you feel like, why do I have to deal with this? What did I do to deserve this? It's something that again, not discounting anybody's experience or their feelings at this time, but it's something that you're meant to grow through. You have to go through it to grow through it, but it is something that you are meant to grow through. So the card that I pulled from Oracle, which I am going to pull just a couple more because I really like balance. So I'll pull one more from this deck, which is the Conscious Spirits Oracle deck. And the card is the present, number 23. So this is mirroring that number 5, which is about learning lessons through life's experiences. And so with this the present card, I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. So if you are heavily focused on the past and heavily focused on what someone did to you in the past, forgiving them is here. Being forgiving and understanding of that everyone has their own path, that they are meant to walk on. And if you come into contact with them, then there's a lesson there for you to learn, regardless of whether you ask for it, quote unquote, or not. There's a lesson there for you to learn. So if you're constantly looking in the past and trying to fix things that have already happened, if you're constantly looking in the past and trying to recreate situations and what you could have said or what you should have done, then there's a need for you to be here and now and recognize that. Forgive yourself for the things that you wish you could have done or differently. Forgive others for what they have done to you, and really be present with what's happening right now and really feel what you're going through right now, as opposed to not saying that you shouldn't relate it to something that has happened in the past, because that's how you get to the root of things. But instead of trying to blame how you're feeling right now or how you're acting right now on something that's happened to the past, try to find the root cause of that. It's not about pointing blame on anyone. It's about creating solutions. Okay, so the present. I'll read what the book has to say about those as well. I want to put one more card. Okay. Yeah. Gratitude. Right? All that green, heart chakra green, all of that grounded energy. You see amethyst there, a doe, a new life. I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. And this is the number 4. So that's that mirroring that 4 of Swords. And then we also have meditation at the bottom of the deck. So as I was saying about meditation, for some of you guys, that'll be something that's very helpful. I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me, finding answers, getting in contact with your ancestors and your guides, getting more connected to yourself and being more connected to the body, because sometimes we don't, because we've gone through things for so long, we don't realize when it's something that is actually painful. We don't realize when it's something that is actually that needs to be addressed, because we kind of have gone through this period of being on autopilot and being like, well, you know what? I just roll with the punches. I just go with the flow. But in going with the flow, so to speak, you may not recognize that you are going in cycles when you're going in circles when it's supposed to be an upward spiral. So that is that. Gratitude. I'm grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. I'm going to read these, number 4 and 5. So 9. Completion. Leading by example. Finding your soul purpose, knowing what it is that you're destined to do, believing in what it is that you're destined to do, seeing things from a very high perspective. Let's read gratitude first. Number 4, gratitude. Every day, every situation and person brings with them a unique experience, a unique gift. This card is asking you to stop focusing on what you perceive you lack in your life and focus on what you do have. Your life is filled with blessings and abundance in many forms. Give thanks for all of life's gifts, the small and the big, the positive and negative. At the start of each day, give thanks for the gifts the new day will bring. By giving thanks in advance, you can learn to acknowledge and receive each gift unconditionally as it appears. If you feel you do not have anything to be grateful for because of emotional, mental, or physical suffering, this card is asking you to stop focusing on the negatives, for this brings only more of the same. Only when you acknowledge and give thanks for the blessings you do have will you be able to heal and move forward. Being alive is one of life's greatest gifts. Begin by showing gratitude for life. Begin by showing gratitude for life. Every day that you show up for yourself, you're showing gratitude for life. Understand? And if that means at this time, if that means getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, and combing your hair, you've shown up and you're showing gratitude. You know, it looks different for everyone. So recognizing and knowing that it's going to look different for everyone is something that gets you ahead on your journey and your path, because gratitude for you is not going to look like gratitude for anybody else. You know, being present for you may look completely different than it does for somebody else. Okay, the present. This card is telling you that it is time to release the past and trust that the future will be as it should be. Align yourself to the now. Become fully present in everything you do. Don't worry about what has been or what might be. By experiencing the moment, being in the now, your energy is aligned to and focused on the task at hand. This allows you to give 100% to whatever it is you are doing and help align yourself with the laws of attraction. By doing this, you will be able to achieve more success. If you are not in the present, you easily lose focus and concentration. By living in the present, you will experience every gift, every opportunity, every miracle of each day, and gain a greater appreciation for life. Most of your worries stem from the past or the future. Living in the present releases you from fear and worry and allows you to begin to experience a life filled with greater abundance, joy, and contentment. Okay, I was supposed to hold those up as I was reading them. This way I see gratitude. You see the spiral, the beam of light, and there's also the zodiac. I didn't see that before. And the present. Oh, that orange. The sakura popping. All right. So those are the messages that I have for you guys today. And I really do hope that they find you in a comfortable space. And I hope that you are able to gain a new perspective about certain things that you have been going through because of this. So if anybody wants a personal reading, I'm always open for personal readings. I will post the email at the bottom of this, in the description of this video for anybody that is interested in that. I'll also post my Twitter link for anybody that is interested in following me. Thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, and if you want to subscribe, I thank you in advance for subscribing. All right, I'm going to close this off. Send in love.